Okay, we are live. So let me tell everybody to refresh their page, just in case. Let me. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to get on. My computer's really slow. So, those of you on my team, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Give me some love. Give me some feedback so I know that you guys can hear me. Okay. My computer's really, really slow. I guess, I don't know. I've been on it today, so maybe. Okay. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Those of you on my team? Can y'all hear me? Good. Miss Kathy can hear me. Good. Okay. For those of you that don't know me, I am Lindsay Rhodes, and I am a stay-at-home mom, and I have figured out how to make money from home using the internet. And so tonight, I'm going to teach you guys how simple it is, right? Everybody loves training. Everybody loves something, learning something new, and that's what I'm going to teach you, okay? For those of you on my team, okay, hang on. Let's see. This lady is having trouble. For those of you on my team, just kind of hang out to the end. I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of Facebook stuff, okay? So for those of you that aren't in my team, that might seem a little bit advanced, but here's how I do these trainings. Number one, I teach people that are brand new that haven't joined our team. Number two, I teach people that are kind of intermediate that just need a little, they need to kind of get jump started. And number three, I teach my team. Uh-oh. Somebody's, hang on. Where's that coming from? There it is. All right, cool. Let me pause that. Phew. Okay, I forgot that was on. So, anyways, that's how the agenda is going to go. So, let me make sure that everybody, okay. Let me make sure that everybody can get on. Good. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit about my story, okay, because to me that's what I'm going to teach you how maybe your struggles can be kind of like a blessing, okay? I always thought that struggles were just, horrifying and stressed you out, and and I'm not saying that it doesn't do all that, but sometimes your struggles lead you to things that are a lot greater, okay? I'm a Christian. If I offend anybody, I'm so sorry, but I just am, and I'm very proud of it. But I believe that everything happens for a reason, and so I think that's what led me to where I am today, okay? So let me give you a little bit of a short episode of my story, okay? Like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I had kids when I was little, and I always had to work, all right? I missed out on, gosh, tons of stuff that my kids, they're real big athletes, and I just missed out on a lot of it, okay? I went to college to be a nurse. I'm actually a nurse as well, so I have double trades, right? So that means I'm cool. So anyways, like I said, I went to college, and, I struggled for a long time, okay? It seems like I was always living paycheck to paycheck. I'm sure you guys can relate to me on that, okay? So anyways, I went to college. I finally graduated from college. I like to lost everything while I was going to nursing school, but hey, so I graduated. I was super pumped. I was excited. I was making really good money, a whole lot better than just a normal minimum wage job, okay? So anyways, I'd gotten me a brand new Mustang convertible because at the time I was still kind of young and I thought that was my dream car, right? So anyways, life was going good for me. The only thing that was really bad was I really didn't have a lot of extra money because I acquired bills because I finally got to buy things that I really wanted, right? So I acquired a lot of bills, actually. But I believe that, you should reward yourself for doing good, and that's what I did. So anyways, I worked a lot of 12-hour shifts. I mean, it was very, very, very exhausting. Those of you that kind of know about nurses, we don't get days off. There is no holidays for us. So I was working 5 days a week, most generally, 12 hours a day, and it seemed like when I got home, I missed all of my kids' ball games. I missed everything. But I thought that that's what I was supposed to do, okay? And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to more on that in just a little bit, okay? Because I'm going to teach you a different way of thinking. So anyways, my mom, who was my very best friend, she was 51 years old. She calls me up one night, and she's like, I'm just hurting. My mom was a workaholic, too. She had 2 and 3 jobs supporting us as she was growing up, so it was just, maybe it was in my bloodline to just work a lot. So anyway, she called me up, and she was hurting really bad, so I took her to the emergency room, and we found out that she had lung cancer. It's really tough for me to talk about it, but it helps me. Does that make sense? So I'm hoping that some of you guys, maybe, you haven't had anything like this happen, but, your struggles are just as much, struggling for you as it is for me. So this is kind of my story. But anyways, like I said, we found out she had cancer. She just, oh my God, she went downhill fast. And we were told that, she could get it fixed. They had all these experimental drugs. Oh my gosh, she was in and out of the hospital for months, okay? So this happened in September of 2011. And my world just crumbled, okay? Because when my mom said she needed me, she needed me. And needless to say, I didn't go back to work because she needed me. So, like I said, I took care of her. I was in and out of the hospital with her. Oh, it was so exhausting. But the day after Thanksgiving, she passed away. And it was really sudden. And those of you that haven't lost a parent, let me just tell you, my world crumbled. Okay, and it's very painful to talk about because that hurts. I mean, she was my best friend, like she was my everything. And so, and here's another little bit of truth. When mom's around, you always kind of use her as a crutch. If I needed money, I could go, and I knew she would bail me out, right? So not only did I lose my best friend, but I had to grow up, okay? And I didn't have anybody to ask for money anymore. So anyways, one of the very, very exhausting nights that I couldn't sleep, and I just cried, and everybody goes through grief in their own way. And me being a nurse, I know that. So I didn't want to face the world. I didn't want to do anything. But I did call up my work, and I say, hey, I'm ready to go back to work. I got to go back to work. I mean, at that point, they'd come and got my car, and my bills were getting shut off because I wasn't working. And you know what they told me? They said, well, we don't have anything. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not good. So here I was back at square one. Now, grant you, it was right there at Christmas time. I have 3 awesome boys who I love with everything. They're my life as well, and an awesome husband of 15 years, okay? He's awesome. But they needed me. It was almost Christmas time, and God, have you ever just felt like a failure? And I felt like I was going around in these circles, just round and round, and I never could get to where I wanted to go. And I knew that people could make money. I knew it because I seen them driving big, nice, fancy cars. I seen them driving, going out and posting on Facebook about all the vacations that they go on. And I'm thinking, how are they doing that? I can't do that. I couldn't even do that as a nurse. So, anyways, like I said, I knew that if I went out and got another job, it's like a 2-week holdback. How many of you can relate to that? It stinks. So, and I didn't really have a whole lot of time because, otherwise my bills were going to get shut off, and my kids, more importantly, wouldn't get Christmas, So anyways, long story short, one exhausting night, in the middle of the night, actually, I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I come across this work from home ad, okay? So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a very upfront person, and I'm a very honest person. I thought it was a scam. In fact, I laughed at it. Probably the first time I'd laughed in a long time. So I watched this video, and they're explaining how you do this and how you do that, and I just thought, whatever, okay? So literally, I shut my laptop down, which, by the way, was the only thing that I had paid for at the time, and they weren't trying to come and get, so I shut my laptop down, and I went to bed. The next morning, I got a shut-off notice on my lights for I think it was $34. And I just, oh my God, I lost it. Okay, I really lost it, because it's like, I feel like I busted my butt and it hadn't gotten me where I wanted to be. Okay, how many of you guys can relate to me on that? And I'm going to teach you how to change that tonight. Okay, so like I said, I had two options, honestly. I could let the world eat me alive, or I could get up and fight and do something about it. What do you guys think I did? Okay. Now, what really got to me was that same day that my lights were getting shut off, and I cried, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was stressed. That night, I put my kids to bed. And I was standing there looking at them, and they were asleep, because I always go in and check on them, just because that's what mothers do. And something hit me that I could never probably put into words, but I'm going to try to explain it. I've always told my kids that you could be anything you want to be, okay? You just have to go after what you want. And when I was sitting there watching them breathe, I still remember their chest falling up and down. I realized that I'm not setting a good example for them, because I'm living, I had to literally tell them that we may not have Christmas because they're telling me everything that they want, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't even get one thing that they wanted. And I don't believe in spoiling your children. Christmas is what, if you really think about the meaning, I love giving gifts to celebrate the reason why. So that, guys, knocked me plumb on my knees, and I prayed. And I thought, at some point, something's got to change. My way of thinking, it left me broke, and it left me stressed, and it left me hurt. And you know what? It left me feeling like a failure. How many of you can relate to that? I know you can. I know you can, because I still feel it. I still feel that fresh pain, because it was horrible. And it's funny how things happen for a reason, right? So before I went to bed, I come home, or I come down to my little office, which is nothing like it is now, but I got on my computer because I was just broken, okay? And I thought, well, I could sit here and wallow in it, or, whatever. But I opened up that laptop, and guess what was still on the page? That work from home ad. So I thought, well, okay. At this point, what do I have to lose? I had $20 to my name with no job in sight, no way of getting any other money, no crutch, no fallback, and I spent 12 of it doing some offers, okay, doing some trial offers, and I literally prayed, because I didn't know. I didn't have the girl that I seen the ad from. I'd messaged her a couple times, but she never messaged me back, so I didn't have a clue what I was getting into. But you know what? I knew that my way of thinking hadn't led me where I wanted to be. And by God, I was going to change it. I was going to show my kids and teach them by example that they can be anything they want to be, right? A lot of people may not they may not realize that. But what are you teaching your kids if you're telling them, well, we can't do this, we can't go on vacations, we can't do anything because we're broke? So that was a big blow to my ego. Okay, a really big blow. So anyways, I got started. I did some offers. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary giving my debit card out, but at the same time, you have to be smart when you're doing stuff like this, okay? Be sure to do your research. And those of you that are watching that I personally sit here, hey, go on the internet, do your research. I did. Heck yeah. And, I found some bad things, but I found way more good things about ZNZ than I found bad. So I thought, okay. So I got started. I did some offers. Well, then guess what? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to refer people, right? Because your family and friends, you only have a few of those, right? So I figured it out. I spent a lot of hours on the internet. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I vowed then that if I brought somebody into this, I was gonna teach them. And I have a whole team that will vouch for me that I do, which is hence why I'm here tonight. So here's something that I want to ask you though. How many of you have this way of thinking that you go to college, you get a good job, and you work 40 to 60 to 90 hours per week for the rest of your life? How many of you think something's wrong with that? Because I do. I went to school, I did the time, and I put the work in. And do you know I ended up working more hours after I got out of school than I did working when I was in school? How many of you can relate to me like that? I know you can. So I didn't want to do that. Okay, my kids are my life. If you guys know me very well, my team knows that my kids come before anything, anything. And I got tired of missing everything because I had to work. So here's the little saying: work smarter, not harder. Okay? Now, I know that stuff like this is scary. Okay? Well, let me tell you something. At some point in your life, you have to stop, you have to sit down, and you have to analyze something. If you're sitting on this webinar and you don't have a lot of money, then you're not doing something right. And sometimes that's a really hard blow to your ego. And sometimes you just have to admit it and say, you know what, we got to do something different. You know what I mean? There's ways out there. And I know you guys see these people. They're making money. How are they making money? Have you not ever asked yourself how? Well, tonight I'm going to teach you. So let's get into a little bit more training, shall we? I'm going to show my screen. First, let me make sure everybody's still with me because, you know, technology isn't foolproof all the time, right? So let's go over here. You guys will have to excuse me. My computer is really slow today for some reason. Okay, let me get out of this. I just want to check my little chats, make sure everything is good, good. Everybody good? Uh-oh, you can't hear anything? That may be your internet connection, I bet. Okay, good. All right, so we work for a company called ZNZ, all right? What they do is, guys, okay, let me sign into my account. And there's two sites that we do on ZNZ. ZNZ1 and ZNZ Cash. Oh, I have money I need to go order. Okay, so if you come over here to the offers, this is where a lot of people get freaked out. So I'm going to explain everything to you up front. I'm honest because I want you to make an honest decision based on facts. I'm a true believer in that. Okay, I don't like this let's be, you know, secretive, and I don't work like that. I'm going to put it all out up front, and then you can make the decision if you want to do this. Okay, so stick with me to the end because I want to show you how we actually make the money. Okay, so the first step is obviously you need to do a few offers. Okay, now most of these offers, guys, how can they be a scam if they're, you know, advertising it on if they're going to pay for a commercial? Because I know you guys have seen commercials from me. Right? All right. So Gamefly, like my kids love this. It's so much better and easier than having to worry about going and buying games or going and renting them. Okay? And there's just tons of offers. You do 1.0 credit in each step. Okay? One, you'll have to do a few more offers and that's in ZNZ Big Cash than you will in ZNZ1. Okay? So your first step is do these offers. Write them down. You don't have to keep these. You shouldn't spend more than 20 bucks. Actually, I think you should only really spend $11, I think, is what I think I signed up a girl this morning for that. So, Dr. Seuss, these guys, they founded our children, you know? So they have this thing where you can try out some books. If you don't want to keep it, then just send them back. It's super easy. But you should be, once you do these, and when the trial period's up, you should be making money by then. So you can afford to keep them. Does that make sense? Explain one more thing. People kind of don't understand the referral thing. They say, well, I don't want to sell stuff. Well, honey, you sell stuff every day. You just don't get paid for it. For instance, when you go out and buy a product and you like it, what happens? Obviously, you tell people about it. Well, guess what? You sold a product and you didn't get paid for it. That's not working smarter. That's working harder. Don't you agree? So, let's say whenever you go to a movie, okay, and you tell your friends about it and they go watch a movie. You just referred a movie, and sent somebody to pay and watch a movie, and you didn't get paid for it. Does that make sense? So you sell something all the time, you just don't realize it. Okay? So this is what we do. We don't have to worry about making our own products and making our own this and making our own that. No. We promote other people's stuff. Okay? So much easier. So no products to have. You don't have to ship them out to customers. Like I love these work from home, Cincy and Avon. God, then you got to ship out their stuff. You got to deliver it to them. And then you got to have a home party just to sell the stuff. That's not working from home for me. Okay? Because then if I have to do a party and miss out on my kid's ball game, I'm not going to be happy, right? So everything that I do, I use the internet to do the work for me. Okay? So, like I said, first thing is you get started with these, you do the offers. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that because your sponsor will help you get through that part. Okay? Then what happens is you're going to come in here and you're going to actually sign up for our system. See, I have learned that systems will do the work for you. Okay? So, let me go down here and log in. This right here is what you're going to sign up for after that. This is step 3. You're going to actually do training. Okay? And as you can see, we have 5 fast start steps to training. Okay? Super use basically make your life a whole lot better. So instead of hitting your family and friends up, guys, use Facebook. Facebook is, that's what it's there for, right? So if you refer somebody to something, get paid for it. Work smarter, not harder. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're going to go through the 5 fast start training steps. You're going to get your own page that you actually watch the video on, okay? You're going to get, you're just going to get a ton of stuff, okay? So that's your training. Now, how do we use Facebook to advertise, okay? Well, number 1, most of you are probably on here. This is my fan page, guys, okay? I went and created a fan page in Facebook, and I'm going to bring it up to where, because that's the admin, so that you can actually see it, all right? So, Facebook.com. And you guys bear with me because my computer is trying to act crazy tonight. Okay, so one way that you can promote, all right, is by sharing a status. As you can see, I share statuses a lot. And I share statuses about my lifestyle because I am able to go on vacations once a month. In fact, I'm fixing to go for a resort for 3 days next week. Those of you that know me pretty well, before today, I just got back from vacation at what I call God's country with my family. So that was last month. I like to go on vacations once a month because I can. Okay? Before, I couldn't. Now, I can. So, that's one way. Now, let me show you another example. Do you guys see these ads over here to the right? Sponsored. These are paid ads. Okay? There's 2 types of advertising you can do on Facebook. Now, one is free and the other is paid. Okay? Now, before you panic or anything when I talk about paid, let me teach you. Okay? So, for a free status, you kind of have to be careful. You don't want to go past, you don't want to do anything that's going to get you in trouble with Facebook. Okay? That's number 1. They'd rather you pay, but you can get away with a little bit of free advertising. Like I love to advertise in groups because I'm like, hey, I know a way you can make $100 over and over and over within 24 hours, might I add. Okay, so like for instance, you guys seen here that I have money that I'm fixing to go order, and what's going to happen is, oh look, this is by the way a little bit of proof for you guys that don't believe it's real. Okay, I got started in 2011, made $60. Okay, over and 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 over. And I'm fixing to go order some more. So I'm going to get paid $24 off ZNZ1. Okay? I just placed my order. What's going to happen is probably here in about a couple of hours, excuse me, $24 will go to my PayPal account automatically. That's simple. All right? Now, let me go to Big Cash because I think I got another one to order in there. Oh, I do. So, as you can see, I got started in 2011, and I made $84 off of this one, $168, $156, $234. Excuse me, my throat's scratchy. $225. Oh gosh, it just keeps going. $225. I'm trying to look for the big numbers. Oh, $375, $300, $300, and look at that. That's a week. Can you guys see that? $914, $917, and $919. I made about $900 or $246. What? $700? Yeah. And then 2 days later, I made another 75. Oh wait, I made twice that day. Another 75. You guys see that? Imagine making that much in a week. Would you quit your job? Heck yeah. All right, look here, 450, 225, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, it just goes on and on and on. So I'm about to go order me another payment. So I will get 24 off the one I just ordered, and I think it's 72 this month off of this one. So it's a total of about $100. Maybe a couple shy. So, well, you just see me order some money live. Okay? All right, back to where I was going with. Okay. I kind of lost my train of thought. Y'all ever do that? All right. Excuse me. So I like to put it on groups. Oh, we were talking about these little things. Yeah. So you could do it in groups. You can put it on your Facebook status. If you put it in a group and you say, hey, I make, $100 over and over and over, people will message you. They will. The trick is they think, well, this is a scam. And you have to relate to them because I'm sure you thought it was at first. I know I did. So you just have to try to, answer their questions, follow up with them, say, hey, have you watched the video? Is there anything that I can explain to you? Is there anything that I can help you with? Guys, I do that on my phone. I could be in a ball game and somebody might message me and say, okay, well, what is it that you do? Well, here, can you check out this video? I promote my website. And if you guys, let me show you the video that you get to sign up for. Okay? Let's see. We need to go here. We're going to go here. Okay. Here's one of them that you could use. Free video reveals how to work from home. Here's the steps. Super simple. Okay, they're going to watch a video. Check this out. When they click on step 1, they're going to watch a video showing them exactly how to sign up. They have no reason to say that I don't know how because the video shows. Okay, when you click here, they're going to sign up for step 1. So simple. Guys, all you have to do is promote the website. It does the work for you. Okay, all right. So, you could do it in groups. Now, I want to show you something that's really awesome about Facebook. And this is a little bit more advanced, okay? Because when you come in for free, okay? But you have this option as well, and I'm fixing to teach my team. So if it's over your head, then just understand that, these people, my team has been doing it for a little bit, right? Okay. So, for my team, guys, these are sponsored ads, okay? These are paid, but you can literally spend $5 a day on Facebook and reach tons of people, okay? So, for instance, if you're scrolling down through your news feed, okay, check out this right here. Do you see where it says sponsored? This is a paid ad, and they have targeted me, okay? There's a way you can come in here and target this. So, for instance, all right, this is really cool. In your back office, okay, if you go to leads, and by the way, for anybody that's new on the webinar that wants to know what a lead is, you were a lead by coming to this webinar, okay? So you can come in here and go to view leads. All right, do you see this little spot right up here? Well, oops. Do you see this right here? It looks like a CSV or a Microsoft Office document. If you click on that, you can export all of these leads. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to show up, and then you're going to open it. Okay, I got to recover some. Okay. It didn't save as, I know what happened. It didn't save as a CSV file. So I'll have to go back in and change it. But either which way, I'm going to make this really small because for, purposes that I don't want everybody to see certain things, okay? Because that's just, I don't want, that's private. So, but these are leads, okay? So if you delete all of these, all you need is the email column right here, okay? And I'm going to make this really small because, like I said, I don't want people to see this, okay? Anyways, you get the point. So, one thing that you have to do that I didn't do, hang on, is you've got to save it as a CSV file. So go to Save As, and I don't know all the techie stuff. I just follow the directions, okay? So if you save it, it should have saved it as a CSV file, but for some reason mine didn't. So I'm just going to come down here. Do you see where it says Text CSV? Save it as that, okay? Now, what did I save that as? Keep current format. Okay. I guess I need to see what I saved it at and where. But either which way, you get the point. All right? Now, you can go to Facebook here, and you can do what's called paid ads. Let me show you. Facebook. And this is really awesome, guys, because these people have already come to you can target them on Facebook. Maybe they're just scared. Maybe they, life, it's like you get busy and you just kind of forget about it, okay? So you can target your leads, which are potential people that might want to join because they've already shown interest. So what you can do is come over here and go to the Create Ads, okay? You may, if you have never dabbled in, you'll probably have to set up, everything. But listen, guys, they only bill like once a month. So if you keep it small, all right, all right. Now, a lot of people may think, well, $5 a day is expensive, but it's not really if you're making $100 per person that joins our team, right? And you're making it like within 24 hours, so you can fund your account. So put a little bit back into advertising. So what you could do is you could go up here and create an ad. Actually, the CSV file. Okay. Come up. You're going to upload your audience. Okay. Now, I've already up one of my lists that I have, and I uploaded it. Okay. So you're just going to go to create an audience and go to custom audience. And there's so much that you can do with Facebook. You have no idea. And I'm going to teach you a little bit more, just a little bit, okay? But you're going to want to create a data file. You're going to name it. So you could say leads 1 test or something. Put in a description, and then you're going to come down here and you're going to type it's emails that you're actually uploading into their thing. Okay? And this is all legal. This is the awesome part, okay? And then you're going to go find the file, like for instance mine I have on here. So I would put, let me open up all files. I would put leads 1 in here. Okay, now I'm not going to do that, but you know what I'm saying? And then you just click upload, and within minutes they're there. Okay, as you can see, I've got 2 or 3 of them. Isn't that cool? Okay, then you're going to go create an ad. All right. Create ads, and you're going to do, now here's another huge tip for you, okay? If you keep the page inside of Facebook, you're going to pay a lot less. If you have clicks to your website, you're going to pay a little bit more. Okay, so I choose to basically get page post engagement. Okay, so what I would need to do is create a post. All right, and actually I need to show you. Now I know this is going to sound really, really confusing, but I promise it's not. It's kind of like things, and you do things until you keep trying it until let me go back in here and show you one more thing before we go place an ad. Go to manage ads, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually use what's called dark posts. Okay, those of you that have been around a while, I know you've heard of that. If you have to be on Google Chrome to use this. Okay, so go to the Power Editor right here on the left, and what you're going to do is we're going to create a post on your Facebook fan page, but we're going to create it to where it's not actually fan page. So, if you have a following and you're teaching them little things of how they can, you want to spam that wall with ads. Does that make sense? Because that be, since we're going to target people that have already shown interest in what you do, right? So, you can come over here, and what you need to do is you need to download to Power Editor, okay? And just click download. I'm not going to do that because I actually have an ad running, okay? All right, now what you need to do is go to Manage Ads or Manage Pages. On the left, it's going to show you all the Facebook fan pages that you have, okay? So for this one, I'm going to be targeting the people that have interest in what I do, because it's basically they've already opted into our capture page, right? So you're going to go create posts. My throat is real scratchy. So what I would do is send them back to your fan page, okay? So for instance, this right here is my fan page, okay? So I would do something along the line of copying that, okay? And then I would say something, don't say any type of work from home. Facebook is really picky about that. So what you could say is learn how, just kind of tell your story, guys. If you were living paycheck to paycheck, then talk about your struggles, because you can help somebody else overcome theirs. You know what I mean? And if you can show somebody that it's possible not to think the American dream and go out and go to work, go out and go to college and, basically work 40 or 50 hours the rest of their life. Wouldn't that be, somebody would they would trust you so much because your way of life. A lot of people just need a little bit of direction, right? Which is kind of why we do these, is because I want to open your mind up to a new way of thinking. So those of you that have full-time jobs, for instance, that may be still on here that are brand new and haven't joined our team yet, obviously you need to go join. But this is a whole new way of thinking. And a lot of times that's scary. I know, because I was sitting in your shoes. But let me tell you what I've experienced. The more you get out of your comfort, the more amazing your life seems to turn out to be. Okay? Because if you think about it, if you're going around and around in a circle, and then all of a sudden you take a fork in the road that's scary, well then obviously you're not going to go back around to the same old circle that you've been in. Does that make sense? So anyways, just talk about your struggles. Learn how a struggling mother of 3 learned to use the internet to expand, use the internet to grow her income. Okay? Super cool. Click a button. Hey, that's what it's going to say. Hey, click to learn more. Click here to learn more. Or to learn how. Let's just say that. Okay? You're going to upload, I could upload a picture. So, for instance, maybe I'll upload my picture. I don't know. We'll upload that one. And then just click create the post. happens half moon right here. And that means that it's not visible on your fan page. So this is kind of like undercover posting. It's still going to be live, but it's undercover and it's not showing up on your fan page. So then what do you want to do? Well, you want to go create an ad, okay? Oops, I got to select which one I want to use. So let's go create this ad. Create that, but for this case, we'll just use an existing one, you know. Now, let me explain. A campaign is kind of like an overall name, okay? An ad set is basically, what that is you can put two different ads and test them to see which one works the best, okay? And then under that ad set, you can actually, that's where you'll create the ad. I always use one ad set. I never double them up because then Facebook likes to take your money. You know what I mean? So especially if you're on a budget, just do one, and one, okay? All right, let me scoot this up here. So as you're going to see, you're going to do a post on page post engagement. You're going to rename this. So I'm going to say test, okay? And then it's an ad, obviously. What are we going to do for it? We want to get, it's for a Facebook page using a page post. And just kind of leave all this the same, all right? Now, I never, ever do news on mobile because what this means is if you do the news feed on mobile, it's going to show up on mobile phones. Unless you know that your website is mobile friendly, which I don't know if ours is, so I haven't created a mobile friendly web page. So let's just like not do that. Otherwise, you're going to miss money. Let me grab a drink of water. Hang on. Okay. So I never use the right column because what I want mine to be like big and stand out. And as people are going down through their news feed, okay, kind of like I showed you here, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be big and people can see it, right? I'm all about like standing out. Okay, so I just always leave news feed on on the desktop. Okay, all right. Now let's go up to audience. Your audience was actually what we uploaded our leads to. Okay, so like mine, I know I have a ZNZ 001 list. I could use that, or if you don't want to do that, leave it blank. You could come down here, target the states that you want, an age limit. I like to do like 20 to 45, just simply because they're pretty computer savvy, They know how to turn it on. You can do women or men, okay? I would suggest you do one ad with women and one ad with men and test them, see which one converts better. Languages, obviously. It's kind of cool, guys. You can target fan pages. For instance, Tracy Walker. She has 35,011 people that have liked her fan page. You can target every one of those. Okay. Let's see. Give me somebody else famous. Okay, let's try this. But okay. Actually, look here. There are 48,000 people that follow that. So if you were selling something that could, like, the Kansas City Chiefs fans would love, boom, there you go. There's 1,500 following a football page, and then there's 3,698,053 people following the Kansas City Chiefs. You can plug into that traffic, guys, for cheap, $5 a day. Okay? You can virtually do anything. Let's say that you sell Scentsy and you want to target other Scentsy lovers, okay? People that have shown any type of interest in Scentsy. You can come in here and play around with it, okay? Scentsy. How do you spell that? Scentsy. There it is. Okay, so there is 2,995,409 people that are interested in Scentsy products, okay? Now, 830,000 are interested in their fragrances. Do you see where this could be really powerful, guys? So, for instance, Pampered Chef. Okay, these are really known, you know, work from home, but I don't really consider them work from home because you got to do parties, and I'm just not interested in that. You know what I mean? Okay, the Pampered Chef. 3,038,000 people like Pampered Chef. Come on, guys. This is like gold, right? You can target all those people, okay? And then, you know, basically you're just going to go and create a bid, all right? But here's the cool part. You can do, look at that. I can get like 90 cents a click, guys. I mean, come on. But you could, if you do page likes, you can, like if you wanted to promote your fan page, you can literally do it like $5 a day. And I think you can actually do that here too, but I'm not really sure. I have to go in here and play with it. I don't ever do the $5 a day, so I'm not real sure on that. But here's a thing called optimized clicks. And what they're going to do is Facebook is going to give you the maximum amount of impressions. And impressions are basically, you know, how much ever, like for 1,000 views, they charge you so much. Okay? So, like for instance, that's called cost per impression. So, for $1.99 for 1,000 people to see your page. Okay? Cost per click, you would pay 90 cents for every person that clicked your page. Or you could do the optimize. I always do this one because I want to get the maximum amount of benefit. And you guys can play around with this. See which one works for you, right? So then once you do that, you just upload the changes to Facebook, and that's that simple. Is that not cool? How many of you guys got value from that? And it's so cheap. All right, let me see if I still got people with me. And you got to go back to your sponsor and, you know, say, hey, I'm ready to sign up. In fact, run, okay? Go get signed up and join our team today. You'll be so glad that you did. We are going to teach you so much. Okay. Does it, nobody can hear? Darn it. Okay, let me go to the page over here. Did I cut out? Oh, that's gonna make me so mad if I did. I was on a roll. It shows that I'm live.
It has cut out a little bit, Lindsay, but I didn't know if it was my internet or what.
Well, y'all, I live out here Podunk, but I love my Podunk because it's like quiet and secluded. So the internet is not too up to par, you know, as the big fancy cities. But I don't want to live in a city, so. But do you guys understand? Do you kind of see, you know, how that's going to work and how this you can utilize this and tap into this? Spend a little bit of money, but think about this. If you spent $5 a day and you got $100 over and over, hello, right? And this way you get more you're getting more targeted people. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, I said I would go over that. Okay. Okay. Usually, this is why I always say, "Hey, add me as a friend," because if you don't, they're going to go in your spam folder. Message anyone, I make them add me as a friend. Let me share my screen and kind of show you. Okay. As you can see, you have your inbox, and guys, so many people don't even know about this other. Okay. And a lot of times, if you're not friends with that person, this is where it'll go. So that's why I never, ever, ever have, you know, I never message them. I always say, hey, could you message me? That way I know that they got it, okay? And then I just always say, add me as a friend. That way they'll come in my inbox. A lot of people don't know about the other folder. Did that answer your question, Courtney? Where's my page at? I got too much stuff open. Get out of some of it. Yes. If they are following you, they can too. Okay. Those of you on my team, did you get some value, and do you feel like you can go out and make some money? That is my job, to teach you the tricks of the trade so that you can go out there and crush it. Hey, I'm all about being lazy, and you can literally put an ad out on Facebook and set it and forget it. Just check it to make sure that it's converting. Boom. Go on about your day. Here's the thing. Used to, okay, let me explain the old school versus technology now, right? Used to, the way you advertise was pamphlets, flyers, in-home meetings, parties, those work-from-home cookie parties. Hey, the cookies are great, but I'm just not one of those type of people. So that's how you advertise. Well, what did you do? You put up a commercial that was a video showing people about your product, right? You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for a commercial. Because honestly, guys, nobody watches that stuff anymore. Do you? I don't. I have DVR. I record, I go past it. Okay, so the next thing is you send them to a video. You send them to a capture page. You're able to get their information. Because here's the thing. Life gets busy. They may forget about it. You can set up messages, guys. Okay, let me show you. Let me just show you how cool this is. Okay, so in our back office, I'm going to get out of this. Because I'm all about, let's show you, right? So in your back office, okay, let me log in. If you go to capture pages, okay, let me explain what a capture page is to those of you that are new, okay? A capture page is basically an ad, usually a picture of some sort that says, hey, put in your information and we'll send you to a video that shows you how to work from home, okay? So for instance, this is one of the capture pages. It has a little video in it that I did. They can put their name, their number, phone number, and email. So what happens when they do this is they're going to be then forwarded to what's called a landing page, okay? This is the actual video that shows what we do and how to get started, right? Okay, there it is. But here's the cool part, guys. We have an autoresponder set up, okay? And what an autoresponder is basically what? Oh, okay. It's emails that are sent out for you automatically, okay? So what's happening is these people are getting emails and you're not having to send them. Isn't that cool? That, my friends, is what a system does for you, okay? So why am I not getting there? Where is it at? Am I just crazy? Autoresponder emails. There we go. So there's 5 emails that go out automatically, okay? So that way, if somebody gets busy and they kind of forget about it, then you're emailing them automatically, okay? So what does that do? Well, in the old school, okay, instead of calling up the person and saying, hey, what did you, are you still interested? That's time that, like, I don't want to spend because I'm lazy, okay? I don't call people. It's all done on the internet. But I have a system in place that does the work for me, okay? So, and those of you that are brand new, you've probably been getting emails from me, but I just hate to tell you that those are pre-written and I did write them to begin with, but I don't send them out every day. It's automatically. Because I can do that and send out an email and then go spend the rest of the day with my family while it does the follow-up for me, right? Who thinks that's awesome? I do. So instead of doing an in-home presentation, you can send them to a video, okay? They can come over here to this page right here, watch the video, and then, hey, if they decide to sign up, cool. Some may be iffy. Some may be a little scared. Well, guess what? The autoresponders is going to help them get to know you, okay? Get to know you as a person. So, for instance, if these go out, you can go in here and edit these and basically make them to tailor you, okay? Because you want people to get to know you. Like, I love doing videos because it does the work for me. So let's say I wanted to send out an email to my list because I know that the ones that haven't signed up, there's a reason they haven't. And 9 chances out of 10, the reason they haven't is because they think it's a scam. Well, guess what happens? If you send a video of yourself saying, hey, I'm a real person and I want to help you. I believe in paying it forward, because this has changed my life. Let me show you how it can change your life, right? Or invite them to this. And for those of you that are brand new, my whole team uses this. I do the selling for them. I do the advertising for them. I teach people because they're not to that level yet, okay? And I know that. So I spend my Tuesday nights, or Sherry or anybody else on the leadership team, and we teach everybody. And our whole team can invite prospects. If they have somebody interested, hey, come to a live stream. Why? Why do you want to send them to a live stream? Because they're going to see that I'm real. They're going to hear stories. They're going to see, hey, this is a community. This is a team. They help each other, they love each other, and they support each other, okay? People need that when they're afraid, all right? I didn't have that, and I vowed then when I signed up, I will give back 100% to my team. And I bet if you ask anybody on my team, they would vouch for that. How many of you, just to go for a show of hands, how many of you think that I teach my team well? And let me just put this other bug in your ear. Not a lot of people do that. Lots of people are money driven. They want to get that $100 off of you from ZNZ, and then they don't want to help you anymore. Okay? I don't roll like that. In fact, I have people come to me, they find me all the time because I help. I help them. They're like, well, my sponsor made money and, they just kind of left me. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, cool. Come join our team. We're going to send you through 5 fast start training steps, and we're going to get you going. And then when you can get on Tuesday night, I'll teach you some stuff, and I'll teach your prospects some stuff. I love doing that. Cool? Isn't that awesome? Living proof, dear. Oh, and, some of you that might be watching, your page looks like this because I kept it inside of Facebook. But this is our actual team back office. Oops, let me get out of here. This is a page that you get that's for my team, okay, that they get to hang out on, okay? They get to, this is where we all centrally meet together. So if for some reason there's not a whole lot of people on, and I know in our group there were several that said they'd be here. So, that's okay. Maybe some people had some stuff going on tonight. Okay, any questions? Because it's like 9 o'clock, and I don't really like to go over an hour because, people have stuff to do. Okay, well, obviously, if you're new, go back to the person that signed you up. Hey, if you guys are wanting to, get a hold of me, it'll probably be after the webinar before I answer you because, this gets my full attention. But if you guys were sent here by somebody else from our team, go back to them. Get started. You will love it. Okay, guys, I'm signing off because I'm going to go hang out with my kids for the rest of the night. I will message you guys that came here that I sent, and I'm sure the people that are on the team, if they brought you here, they'll get with you as well. And let's just, let's make some money because I know we all need it. Anyways, I will see you guys later.